Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Over the past few years, I think it was 2018 that we combined the real estate boards into one under the Public Protection Cabinet. When that was done, there was several of us that had some reservations about that. We expressed that. However, that continued to move forward. That has since proven, those reservations have proven true over the last few years with some things falling between the cracks. There's been delays in licensees getting their license for each one of those boards. There's been proceedings that have taken a long time to get through, but all because there's not enough staff and enough attorneys over there for these boards to operate efficiently. So what this bill does, that I was contacted by some folks on the Real Estate Commission and the Board of Auctioneers and the appraisers asking us to do this. They come up with a lot of this language, and here's what the bill does. It splits the Real Estate Authority into two offices, the Division of Real Property Boards and the Kentucky Real Estate Commission. It says that each will have their own executive director, attorneys, staff, and appropriate workspace. The boards will approve regulations and have input into their budgets. The executive director will communicate all information to the Secretary of the Public Protection Cabinet, including written recommendations of staffing and needs to carry out each board's mission. The Cabinet must provide the boards with detailed information of the revenue from license fees and the expenses that they are spent on. We then lowered the requirements, which was asked for by everyone, for the executive directors to have a minimum of 7 years experience in the real estate industry, and that is down from 10 years experience in being a licensed broker. The board must provide a 5-day grace period after December the 31st to finish any continuing education that has already been started and in the pipeline. And lastly, they cannot revoke a license for failure to complete continuing education until 10 days after December 31st. The reason for this piece is that I had several calls from licensees who said, I finished my continuing education on December 31st. However, it takes up to 8 days to get that certificate to those boards, and the Public Protection Cabinet was canceling my license. Now, the commissioners on these boards have told me, look, we don't want to do that. We would prefer to allow this extra time, but Public Protection has drawn the line as if it's not in by midnight on December the 31st, that license is revoked, and you have to go through the process of getting it back, even though you completed it in a timely manner.